Somebody eat one of them and go, nah, 10x please. Whose idea was, oh shit.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Shift Banter. We are here at Shift Banter HQ and we have a peach of a treat. Wow. We have the CEO, founder of PayCat, Garth Belić.
Yeah.
I knew it was Belić, but I was like, probably gonna get this wrong.
Yeah.
All right, Garth Belić, founder and CEO of PayCat, all the way from Newcastle. We're so honored to have you. You drove all the way down from Newcastle.
It's my pleasure, I appreciate it.
And to our viewers, before we start, we got to tell you about the blunder that happened today. It was our error. We actually double booked. The actual appointment was supposed to be at 12. We sent Garth the invite for 10 o'clock and Garth had arrived at 10 o'clock and we were actually supposed to be shooting it at 12. So the studio wasn't ready. But Garth, you're an absolute legend.
That's fun.
I messaged your colleague Sarah and I was extremely apologetic. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so terrible. Like, you've driven all the way down from Newcastle. How long was the drive?
2.5 hours?
Yeah. 2.5 hours. You've driven all the way down from Newcastle and like we've stuffed up the time.
That's
and
okay.
It's not like you're from Sydney. I mean, I know you're probably familiar with Sydney.
Yeah,
but
a little bit. I always feel like a tourist when I'm here.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Like, right. So, sadly, you had to wander around for a few hours.
Yeah.
But Sarah said to me, like, don't even worry. Garth he has no ego. He's so humble. He's like real cool. He's chill. He's totally understandable. And I messaged you. And I was really sorry. And you know what? She's absolutely true. Nail on the head. In the small interaction I've had with you, my observations are that you're just a real cool dude. You're down to earth.
Reckon?
Yeah, I'd say
You've had a hard life.
38.
No, 38, yeah. Well, I'll take it. 38's good. Yeah, 2 kids and a wife live in Newcastle, born and bred in Newcastle. Come from sort of working class family and started PayCat in 2018. In my garage as a freelancer with a laptop, and it's grown a little bit out of hand since then. But yeah, bit of a tech nerd, payroll nerd. Yeah. Other than that, typical bloke, like the footy on TV.
Yeah. Well, Newcastle, so I'm assuming like Newcastle, got to be a Newcastle fan.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm a Newcastle
fan.
Yeah. So when you, and the reason I say my age is like when you're my age in Newcastle, you grew up through the '97 grand final, the '01 grand final.
Okay.
Andrew Johns at the peak of his powers, Paul Harrigan, all those.
That was a good team.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
And like even when you used to play in juniors back then, they'd go to your training sessions and play the ball sessions with you.
Oh, really?
So they just built. I mean, I'm going to do a LinkedIn thing and turn this into a business lesson here. But they built loyal fans like 20 years ahead of time. So now you got a team that's, to be fair, they've been struggling in the past few years.
Yeah.
But they built that fan base back then.
The fans are loyal.
They're loyal. And, there's a lesson there. There's a lesson there for
absolutely. Because you haven't been doing too well.
No, it's a full-time job. It's like it's blind faith. It's just one day we'll be back.
One day.
But we start every season with hope, and then all our players get injured, and off we go again. But I love them. But like a lot of guys my age grew up around, 90s Newcastle was like Knights and Silverchair and
Did everyone have what do you call that kind of, what's that hairstyle? I'm bald, so I mean I hardly have any hair.
Yeah, I don't know much.
What do you call that? Mullet. Yeah, mullet. I was thinking mohawk.
Yeah.
Is that?
You do see some lots in Newcastle for sure.
Okay.
I mean, they've become fashionable, but we were rocking them when they weren't fashionable. but Newcastle's very working class. Like I think the town itself is just a big country town, or used to be anyway. It's like very much everyone knows everyone kind of place.
Yeah.
And it's, the urban sprawl's made it bigger and bigger and lost its identity a little bit. But my family I come from a long line of people in the coal mining industry as well. Okay. Which actually, they did a family tree on my mum's side. It dated back to like the mid-1800s, where we'd had coal miner after coal miner after coal miner, all through the pits.
Wow.
And my father, who's son-in-law, he got a job there. Yeah. And then in the 90s, the colliery shut down and BHP shut down.
Yeah.
So they were the 2 big employers in Newcastle.
Yeah.
You either worked in the mines or you worked at BHP. Yeah. And it sort of sent tens of thousands of people out of work in the mid-90s. Yeah. And that's why, tying it back to the grand final. Yeah. That's why that was so cool. It's because it happened around that time. Yeah. So it had that sort of, far lap Great Depression story behind it where everyone just got behind the team because they just had they had a hard gig for a lot of years, and it was good.
I mean,
good to live through it.
It's to be honest, this has changed my whole perspective on Newcastle. I'm a big rugby union fan. Yeah. And obviously coming from Fiji background, Fiji played the Wallabies out there last year, so I drove down to Newcastle. Yeah. And I remember just driving through, I'm like, oh my gosh, when are we going to get here? And then we finally got there, I'm like, what the hell is here? Yeah.
It's a league dominant town. I'm a rugby player as well. I was until a few years ago.
Awesome.
But
I like you even more now.
Yeah, same. What position were you?
Flanker.
Flanker.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Flanker, or being that I'm a Fijian, everyone just assumed I was a winger. So
yeah, these are all wingers. I played against in a sevens tournament once. I don't know why we did this, but we travelled. There was a Fijian team, and they travelled around all the sevens comps over summer with no money, and they'd win the comp, and they'd win the $5,000 prize money. They get to the next town. They spanked us, mate.
Honestly, that's how they get their visas to come here. They come to play, coming for a sevens tournament, and then when it's time to go back home, they're scattered.
Yeah, nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen. Well, awesome, man. Like that, though. That's like, I think just learning about Newcastle, I have a more deeper appreciation of Newcastle.
Yeah.
And I guess
they say Newcastle and Wollongong are similar because they're both steely towns, and got that working class mentality,
So that's where the name Steelers came from.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Wow.
We could have been the Newcastle Steelers. I don't know why we weren't, but
we could be the Newcastle Colas or something like that.
Yeah.
Or the Collies. Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's get into these sauces.
Cool.
All right, you ready?
Yep. I'm not. No.
You're not? All right, so the first sauce that we have here, all right, so this one's actually, it's nice. It's a sweet type of spicy sauce. Now, before we start the segment, you were telling me that you often use some kind of hot honey sauce.
Hot honey, yeah.
In your tea?
On dinner.
On dinner,
yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I've just discovered hot honey this year.
Yeah.
And I've had it on everything. I'd have it on my Wheat Bix if I could. It was so good.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you put it on?
So every night I have I actually eat the same food every day, but I have it on beef, eggs, cottage cheese, and I should know this is sweet potatoes.
Mate, that explains why you're so buff. I was just saying to him before we shot this, before we started, I was like, you are probably NDIS's most buffest man.
I don't think so.
All right, here we go. So the rules of engagement are we eat, and then I'll ask the question.
Right.
But I think you'll get through this. I think you will actually like this one. Here
cool.
we go. Cheers.
See? Yeah. Hey, here's...
It's been a while.
Why couldn't it be like a Krispy Kreme podcast or something like that? Why'd you go with hot sauce?
Yeah.
We could be eating hot dogs or something,
You know what? Guys, this is the first guest. You're the first person that has asked me this question. Here's the answer. Hot ones. Obviously, we're not the first to do it. This is something that's been done in America.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But it's a proven concept.
Yep.
And we thought, you know what? It works. Let's bring it to the NDIS sector.
Yeah, bit of fun.
So that people can learn. People can learn about the people that make this sector what it is. But also, so that we can learn about you as well.
Yeah.
All right, so Garth, tell me.
While I'm under stress.
So Garth, I got some questions here. So let's start. What's shaped the way you think and operate today? Obviously, you're CEO and founder of PayCat. Lovely story about how you started in the back of the garage, and he was CEO and buff man.
So how do I think?
Yeah. Well, what's shaped the way you think and operate today, and what led you to start PayCat?
Yeah, so I won't go back, it was a cold winter's day in 1983. I think the modern history side of it, I started my career off in accounting, specifically company audits.
Oh.
So I'm a chartered accountant and worked straight out of uni, worked out at a big four accounting. I got a girlfriend while I was at uni, it's my wife now, and they get a bit expensive. So I'm like, I've got to get a job. So I applied everywhere. I got a job at KPMG.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Later Porterhouse.
Serious company.
Straight in the deep end.
Yeah.
First real job.
Great to have on your resume.
Yeah, excellent. And everyone said that.
Yeah.
You work there for 3 to 5 years, and
you're valuable.
But it's tough. Tough place to work, and that it's still, even though it's a white collar job, it was still a white collar job in a blue collar town. There's still that blue collar work ethic, So you had to work hard. And I worked there and I learned company auditing. What you do in company auditing is you go out to workplaces and you're basically checking whether their financial records are correct.
Yep.
So it's usually for public companies or ASX listed companies or banks or that sort of stuff. So straight out of uni, I got to sort of see the top end of business, right? And I'm going to be honest, I didn't like accounting. I just duck out of water. It wasn't for me. I wasn't detail-oriented enough for it. Very,
You're not built like an accountant.
Not built like an accountant. Everyone used to say, is this guy carrying the bags? Like, what's going on? So
you don't look like an accountant. I'll be honest with you. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So we went to. I did that for a long time, and when you go out and you learn about these businesses, you're actually breaking down their key business processes and you're documenting them. Okay. So even as a junior, I'd sit and have to interview the CEO, or I'd have to interview head of payroll and all this stuff, and I'd be writing out system notes about how their systems operate. Wow. Which you go early 2000s, that would have still been a lot of pen and paper stuff. And at the end of that process, even they come up with their financial numbers, you still write what they call a management letter, and that steps out some recommendations you could do to improve your systems. So in payroll, for example, it might be, hey, have one person that processes payroll that isn't the same person that can change the employee record. Separate those duties so there's no fraud. And we look at little design elements like that. But it was a very, best way to put it, a very fly on the wall view of big business, big successful businesses, how they operated. And so I got really obsessed with business systems. Yeah. Right. Then we fast forward a little bit. I'm working in an accounting firm, and we started to see cloud technology becoming more and more prevalent. Yeah. So early on, maybe I want to say 2009, 2010, the traditional desktop apps like NYOB at the time and QuickBooks Desktop, they were the key accounting ones. Yeah. And essentially you start a business back then, you'd go to Officeworks or whatever it was back then, you say, grab that box, get the CD-ROM out and
I remember that.
Pay the annual subscription to renew it. So that's how it worked. And software as a service come along as a concept. And it was disruptive. And, Xero ended up winning that market out big time. But the early adopters were Xero and a product called Sasu. And I started looking at it. It had nothing to do with audit, just sort of started to see a few clients that I had using it. And I'm like, oh, geez. A lot of what we'd write about in these management letters was like, you should get a system that can automatically put that in, so you don't have to re-enter that. You don't have to put that in there and re-enter it and transcribe that number to that number and maybe get it wrong. Yeah. Like you could move it there. People just scrap it and ignore it. Yeah. Same thing every year. But when I saw this stuff, and I saw this thing called an API that was attached to it, which is where, you can have a database here and a database here, and the API allows you to talk to the databases without the user putting that data in. You can just transfer it across database to database. Oh. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Now this is an accountant, not a IT guy like that. Yeah. So around the time I was starting a family, I took the plunge and I went, you know what, I'm going to start my own accounting firm. So this isn't PayCat, this is an accounting business. And what I wanted to do, what you would call it now is like virtual CFO. But that idea wasn't really around as much back then. So it didn't really click. Yeah. Like I had this idea that everyone's going to want this. Everyone's going to want me, not just to be their accountant you see once a year, but this accountant you see every month that gives you financials and updates on how your business is going and runs budgets. And this is what I wanted to do, right? I had no clients. Yeah. A stupid thing to do. I literally went up and down the Eat Street in Newcastle, Beaumont Street, and I used to hand out flyers, just pound the pavement, say, hey, I'm here, open up around the corner, I love your business. Yeah. One day I met a guy in a coffee shop and he was the head of the local business chamber, and he said, come along, I'm going to introduce you there, right? And he sort of took a liking to me. Oh, cool. And all of a sudden I started to get half a dozen clients and it started to take off a little bit. But as soon as I would sit and I'd talk to these clients, they'd say, oh, cool, yeah, I like this idea, so you can do my payroll. Yeah. Yeah, sure, how hard can it be? Right. Hours times hourly rate, sounds easy. I'll just chuck it in a spreadsheet, it'll be fine. Yeah. All these accounting apps, they've all got a little payroll thing on the end, that they built. So I took it all on and very, very, very quickly learnt the pain point that Australian businesses have in payroll, because I took that pain on myself for them, right? In 2010, Australia went from state-based awards to federal-based awards. Okay. And there was a big push from, in the NDIS sector, there was several in each state, and they all merged into this one big giant mess of a document we've got called the Shads Award now. Yeah. And it is messy. Real messy. Yeah. I love how messy it is. If they ever simplify it, I'm out of business. So stay messy. This podcast sponsored by Fair Work. But stay real, stay messy. Yeah. But I started taking them on and I started looking for better systems that can handle it, but I wanted it to be cloud. Come across a system called KeyPay, it was called at the time. So now people know it now as Employment Hero. Oh yes, But I remember when that came out, Yeah, it's amazing. So KeyPay was the first, it was pretty simple when it came out, but it was the first product to have an employee self-service portal. So when I was running payroll for these businesses, they'd still go and fax timesheets in and fax leave requests to me. Literally fax in 2010. Wow. Handwritten. Yeah. I'd get them from far north Queensland, fax, I had to type that in. You know, this is what I'm doing. Surely, someone can type it in at that end.
Yeah.
You know, and it pops up in my database. So I went looking for that, and the two things they released in the very early versions of their product was an employee self-service portal. So an employee can log in and perform these interactions themselves.
Yeah.
And an API, which a lot of people didn't have.
The two systems that work at talking to each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I've taken that on. I put one cafe client on it, and I took it on, and I'm like, oh, I could do a form builder over here, and I could get them to like fill in a form and create an employee record. And I just became obsessed. I just went right down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
If you ask my wife, I used to stay up till 1 or 2 in the morning just tinkering with the API, just see how much I could push it.
Wow.
You know? And so the appeal of it wasn't so much I love payroll. The appeal of it was, I think, I love systems, I love automation. I love to see how far I can push automation to the point of obsession. And had the time of my life doing it, didn't make much money. KeyPay grew in features a lot. They reinvested a lot in features. And one of the features they released, I think it might have been 2013, 2014, was a rule engine. And what that means is you can take an award and automate it in their system. So you're feeding it a simple timesheet, and it's just spitting out, oh, that's shift work, or that's overtime, or that's an allowance. Or, which is revolutionary in its day. Still is. Yeah. Still is to this day the single most important in all of Employee Heroes ecosystem. Still the most important feature that they've built, in my opinion. So they used to give me a bit of work, and they sent me down to Melbourne. So we've got a client. The client's a construction client, and they're using an EBA. And we've got no one in the country that knows how to use this. Because you've been with us since the start, can you go down and set up the automation for their EBA? I said, I'll give it that crack.
Right. So at this point, they're contracting you?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's fun.
Because right place, right time. I was an early adopter. So I'm literally printed out the knowledge base article and reading it on the plane. How am I going to do this? Right?
Yeah. Because it's all here.
It's all here.
It's all here. How do I show them that?
And I don't know if you've ever, or our listeners know, CFMEU EBA contracts, but they're like, it would rival this tissue box if you print it off, and dust comes off it when they're huge documents, right? And they're very complicated, and they're often limited only by the stupidity of the person writing them in terms of how it's going to work for payroll. Like no one considers how these things are going to work for payroll. So I try to automate as much as I could into it. So I was down there for a few days.
That's not an easy job.
Not an easy job. I get a phone call day after I left, 2 days after I left. You've left off our RDOs. They're not working as intended. The boys have walked off site, and they're all sitting in the shed till they get paid their RDO allowance.
Wow.
Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Construction workers are tough. Especially the CMFEU.
They're tough. And they're unionised, right?
Yeah.
So
we see them on the news. We know you guys.
So it was so it was a disaster. But it was my first, it was an early fail. And I'm like, okay. I sort of developed a method after that on how to build these out properly. And so later on, long story, but later on, KeyPay, let's call them Employee Hero, engaged me to start building their awards inside their platform. So they'd say, go build Shad's award, go build manufacturing, go build all these awards out. And so that became my job, just go through and build out their award catalogue.
Wow.
So I worked for them for a while, and then I started PayCat in 2018, and I had a bit of I've been working hard for a long time, and I just reached that, probably the closest thing I've had to midlife crisis, I suppose, but I reached that point where I'm like, I can't keep going at this pace. So my mind just shut down. And I just started, I had the early stories of PayCat was, when I get very personal, but very anxious at the time. I started getting panic attacks and things like that. Just crazy things I never thought I'd have. Never thought I'd be a candidate for that. And again, not to do with the job, just accumulation of now 15 years of pretty intense white collar work. Trying to provide for a family. It not going very well, all that sort of stuff. So I sort of went and talked to a psychologist and said, look, I can't even open a laptop. I'm cooked. I'm going to be in bed. I just stay in bed all day. It's like, we'd call it depression, right? He said, right, here's the script. It takes about 6 weeks to kick in. Now, around that time, there's a legislative change. And in the payroll world, they started requiring payroll software companies to report to the ATO every time you send pay slips out. It's called a single touch payroll. And what it meant was there's a lot of legacy old desktop products that were still hanging on by a thread. They said, you know what? We're not building that. We're going to wind this up. We're going to do everything to KeyPay.
Yeah.
So they were desperate to find someone that could move files to KeyPay for them.
Yeah.
So they'd call me, LinkedIn, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd say, no, not interested. Roll over, go back to bed.
Wow.
And company rang me and said, look, we're desperate. You know, we've got 2 months, 30 June's approaching. You've got to help us. I said, I can't function. Yeah, doctor said this tablet's going to take 8 weeks for it to start working. I can't function, right? Third call, he's like, look, do you know anyone else? I said, no. I said, how about this? He said, you just pick your number.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I said, look, it's not about money. It's just functionally I can't do this at the
I was at $1 million.
He said, please. I said, all right. Bleeding heart. I said, right, $1,000 a day. He said, done.
Yeah. I mean, we were like, oh shit, they should have asked for more.
Straight away, I didn't even negotiate. I thought, how am I going to do this? I can't open a laptop lid, right? I'm cooked. And I rang a mate who used to work for me in the accounting firm that had experienced KeyPay as well. I said, hey, do you want to build some files for me for $500 a day?
Smart.
He said, yeah, I'll do that. I said, cool. Shut the laptop lid, went back to bed for 6 weeks. That's how PayCat started.
Wow.
Now, it wasn't called PayCat. It was like, you know, in the early days, they said, so what's your business called? Garth Belić. No, okay. GB. So I thought, all right, pay category consulting, I'll call it. Sounds pretty posh.
Yeah.
Australians shorten things, so we started calling it PayCat Consulting pretty quick.
Yeah.
Drop consulting with PayCat. So then it comes time, all right, I need to make this look semi-efficient. Now remember, this is the most tin pot thrown together business you've ever thought of. And I don't know if you know, like, I don't know if it's still around, AI might have killed it, but there used to be a thing called 99 Designs, and you can send them like a logo. You say, I want a logo, and all these graphic designers come in and pitch their logo idea to you pick. Yeah. And whoever wins it wins the job. Right. It might cost you like $500. Yeah. So I did that. And what I was thinking, I was thinking of pay category consulting. I was thinking like, very, think I'm Big Four accounting firm background. Yeah. So like think Regal and Trust and, Times New Roman, maybe Gold and Navy.
Yeah.
And anyway, it all comes back. And I saw that you can sort of brief him, you can point him in that direction. Yeah. And I thought, I'll be nice. I'll let my daughter pick. My daughter's 3 at the time.
Yeah.
Poor little thing. And she said, yeah, Dad, I'd love to pick. All right. So she's going through pages and pages of these logos. She goes, that one. She's on page 6. Well, what's that one, darling? Had a look. It's a fat cat sitting on an iPad asleep.
Have you got that image?
Yeah, I can for sure.
I love. We'll show you here, but we'll also also edit it up on the somewhere here.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the real thing. Big C.
I just turned my phone off. Do you want to just Google PayCat in Google Images and it'll come up?
Alrighty. Yeah.
That's it. That's PayCat. So it's a fat blue cat sitting on an iPad. Asleep.
Wow. That's cool.
And out of all the ones she could have picked, she's like, I like that one.
And the logo's never changed?
No. It's a freelance business with one client, so I think we'll be fine. We'll just go with that one. Just something to put on our invoice. Yeah, that's all it was. So
that's actually a really cool logo.
Yeah. I'm glad you like it. So here we are, PayCat, fat blue cat on an iPad. Not taking ourselves real serious just yet, and that set the foundation of we're a fun brand. Like anybody that follows us, follows our social media. Yeah. Even to this day, we're quite prominent in the industry now. We've got 30,000 employees using it.
Wow.
And it still has that same vibe, that same sort of real person, realistic, don't take ourselves too serious vibe. Yeah. We take payroll serious, of course, but ourselves, we're not trying to be stiffy or white collar about how we present. Yeah, Heather and Sarah and those girls, they do a great job in marketing. I just looked on LinkedIn the other day and there's like a cat on 2 legs, because you can do these things with AI now, a cat with 2 legs singing a Snoop Dogg song because they got Shad's payroll right, So this is how we market ourselves. But what happened was during COVID, I might be getting into the next question, I'm sorry, Finn, but...
Yeah, well, let's take the next source then, we'll get into the next question.
I'll take a breath.
Yeah. But this is awesome, man. This is awesome. Let me shake this up. That's
that one was a hit.
That was a hit. Well, look, so did who chose the name PayCat?
Me.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Alrighty. Oh, that's plenty.
Guys, to be honest, I actually don't enjoy these sources. I love doing this. I love doing the
You gotta make
podcast.
a career out of it now.
But I absolutely hate doing these sources.
Yeah.
I'm talking to like our team and I'm like, guys, like, so our team is just myself and Omar, and we're constantly talking like, surely there's something else we could do other than
I reckon a Krispy Kreme
killing our
podcast.
stomachs. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Or cupcakes.
Oh,
Yeah. This is Cupcake 6.
cupcake season. Yeah. All right. Cheers.
That's nice.
You like that one?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's actually nice.
So what's like, do you know what like a Scoville of just a mum sweet chili sauce is? Like what
That,
where does it rank?
Well, the one that we got here is Quandas, and that's just a normal hot sauce, and that one's like 1,400, and that's considered like real salt hot sauce. So I think like a sweet chili sauce would be like maybe 50.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're sort of 10xing like a
100xing, 1,000x. All right. What a story about
humble beginnings.
humble beginnings.
Yeah.
And I love that. In
the shed.
In the shed, and I can get that vibe. I can see that. Like getting to know you now, I definitely see that. The people that know you, that I've spoken to as well,
Yeah.
have said that about you. Oh shit, it's down my throat. But the next question is like, so you obviously started big massive company, KGM.
KPMG.
KPMG. We're going off. This is the hot sauce, and you've worked your way, and you've started a business, and a lot of what you've done has been focused around, I guess, the white collar sector and all stuff like that. Fast forward today, you're in the NDIS space. So I've got to ask, what brought you into the NDIS space?
Cool.
Yeah.
So this probably is chapter 2, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I mentioned how we'd started the company and what it was, and it was a little bit thrown together, and started taking jobs on. And we weren't industry specific. We'd take jobs on from anywhere.
Because it's all transferable, right? Payroll.
Any industry, including NDIS and CHADS. And because I'd built that modern award library out in Employment Hero in the past, in a past job, I had that skill set where I could take on complicated stuff and get people set up. So our niche was very much, I'm going to cry in a sec.
Yeah.
Complicated payroll. I'm not crying over complicated payroll, I'm crying over this.
Shit, mate, if you are struggling with this one, god damn it. I'm worried about
bleeding while this one. Anyway, so we did, so we set up complicated payroll. I think then we found ourselves a lot working in retail and hospo, and then COVID happened, and retail and hospo shut down overnight. I was able to at the time qualify for the subsidies to keep everything afloat. I think I had 3 staff at this time because we'd grown a little bit, all working out of the shed in confined quarters like this next to each other. The induction used to be, righto, number 1's on Lemon Tree behind the chook shed out the back, and number 2's inside. So
Really?
Yeah, that was the induction tour. Yeah.
No way.
Some of those guys still work for me. Bless them. So
they're all guys, right?
They were at the time.
Okay,
yeah. A lot of flatulence, and they used to wear gym clothes to, it was.
That was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was like a Silicon Valley kind of.
Yeah. All right, we're done. Let's go get a coffee.
Yeah. Spent an hour and a half down at the kebab shop at lunch, and we'd have fun. We had a lot of fun. And like I said, it set that laid back by in NDIS. So what happened during COVID? They say there's opportunity in chaos, right? And the opportunity for us was I had no money and I had a lot of time, so I had no clients. So what am I going to do? I actually told you I got obsessed 5 years ago about learning about APIs. I got obsessed about learning about SEO. I got really obsessed. Specifically HubSpot's methodology. I got a free license to HubSpot, and I'm like, their blog library is incredible, and they basically tell you step by step how to build it. Now, 2026, and this will come out in April or May. I'm going to say in April or May, SEO's to dying thing, but because people are using AI now to ask questions. But back then, kids, show them age, we used to use Google, Simon and I. When we had questions about things, we used to type in Google. And what you want to do is you want to rank at the top of Google, but if you can pay to be there, which is called cost per click or search engine marketing, or you can optimize your content so it ranks high. And at the time,
that's not an easy job.
It's not an easy job, and it's dark arts. No one really knows how it works.
Yeah.
But at the time, what happened was, if you typed in Chad's Award or Manufacturing Award or Construction Award or whatever, the results would be Fair Work, ATO. And it was all just the legal documents that people would put online. And we sat there and we decided one day that, you know what, it worked. If we started to write, as a labour of love, all the popular modern awards, if we wrote a blog and we called it the Jargon-Free Guide to the SHADS Award or the Jargon-Free Guide to the Construction Award, we take all the legalese out of it and just explain it to people in real plain English, how these things work. We reckon we're going to get some traffic, right? And so that's what we did over COVID. We just sat there for 6 months and we wrote blogs and blogs and blogs, 20 blogs. And they were each, 2,000 word blogs, they're big. And then we'd write little spin-off blogs. We'd just maybe write a topic about the sleepovers, tied back to the main blog. And, it took...
And this is users haven't really entered the NDIS space.
No,
this is just your knowledge of the legislation.
We've dabbled in it because it's a hard award. People have asked us to build their files for them, but we're not specialists at this point. But we know how the award works. We know the language of awards. We've lived in that space. So built them all, and then what we did is, if you read the blog, then halfway down the blog, it's going to pop up a little pop-up box in the bottom right corner and say, do you want to download the ebook? We've got all this information in a handy downloadable PDF. Just give me an email address. We still do that, by the way.
That's a good trick. I need to do that.
And then we just sat back and watched what happened. Well, they all did really well. They all started ranking at the top of Google. So now you've got, type in SHADS Award, Fair Work, PayCat. Still to this day, I think.
Wow.
And then we started putting videos in the blogs, and then it went Fair Work, PayCat on YouTube. Okay.
Wow.
This is working.
Wow.
Right? We used to start getting organic traffic. And after a while, we would get 25,000 views a month on our little website.
Wow.
For free. We weren't paying for it. It was just Google was favouring our content. And when we started to analyse where those views were looking at, the SHADS Award article was like 10 to 1 against all the other 20 that we'd built.
Wow.
Everyone wanted to know how the SHADS Award worked.
Yeah.
And so the data was telling us there's something there. I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, wow.
So we started getting more and more SHADS work. So say for every 10 jobs that come in, 5 might be SHADS and 5 might be others. And so we started to understand more and more the nuanced features of that industry, where they're coming from other systems. They're using Visual Care or Shift Care or Data Nova or these kind of products out there to put their timesheets in for NDIS billing, but they want to borrow those for timesheets, and they have to put that in a spreadsheet and then chuck it into Xero, and they have to do all their interpretation on their own, and no one knows how to interpret it properly. So it became very evident. And in business, I heard someone say once, it always stuck with me, you have two choices. You can either say, I'm going to dig a wide, shallow hole or a narrow, deep hole. Right? And I decided to dig a narrow, deep hole, being a good coal miner's son. So we dug a very narrow, deep hole into SHADS. We said to ourselves, no, we're not complex payroll people anymore. We're SHAD specialists. And down we went, down that mine shaft, in a space no one wanted to touch with a 40-foot pole. It's just too complicated.
Wow.
But even bookkeepers and outsourced payroll firms, they just say, nah, we don't want to know about it. Go find somewhere else. So down we went, and as I said, we just, every corner of that award, we just found a solution for it to automate it. And what we've got now is we've got something where if you've got one of those systems, or you want to put your timesheets straight into us, but most of our clients have a billing system that's outside of us. We've given them an import method, import their timesheets in, gets interpreted by our SHADS engine, spits out a payslip that's going to be compliant with the SHADS Award. And we had that independently reviewed by HR. By a HR company, and put that, it's a 100-page document, and put that online. Now, the thing I'll say about the SHADS Award is you can find 5 different NDIS providers that are employers, and 5 of them will all have a different interpretation of how the SHADS Award should work, and they'll all be correct, according to them.
Wow.
So this is the other thing. There's so much misinformation about how people should be paid. So through that exercise and that review, we also were able to get clarification on, by working with Fair Work on getting rulings, how this stuff's actually meant to work. In 2022, so we're out of COVID now, we've now established this niche. We're going down that direction. Fair Work changed the rules on the SHADS Award. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but this is, in 2022, this introduced broken shift allowances, client cancellations, and a few other things.
Yes, I remember this. I don't know the specifics, but I do remember this. Yeah.
And so even solutions out there that at the time had done an okay job, maybe getting 80% of the award covered, they didn't keep up with these changes.
Yeah.
So around this time, if we put a webinar on and said we're going to talk about the Shads Award, we'd get 300 or 400 people going to that webinar.
Yeah.
There was just such a thirst for knowledge out there on how this, like I said, if it's not the most complicated award in Australia, it's on the podium.
Why is it so complicated?
It's silver or bronze, right?
Why is it so complicated?
So I think the complications come from, like, each state had several awards. So you think there's home care, social and community, family daycare, and disability is a subset of social and community. There's one crisis
accommodation.
Yeah, crisis accommodation, family domestic violence, right? So they would have all been their own separate instruments, and each of the states would have had their own version of that.
Yeah.
So they kind of consolidate. I don't know the exact number. In 2010, they're like consolidating.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to pick a number. Say 15 complicated documents into one document.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All at once.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, it was the way it's written. Anything that's written in legalese is contentious, right?
Yeah.
But this in particular it's written in legalese, but what's unique in our industry is you've got capped pricing on what you can charge.
Yes.
What modern awards are telling you is this is the minimum you've got to pay your employee.
Yeah.
It's not telling you the max, it's telling you the minimum. So people can pay more.
Yes.
And often out there, in the time I've been in the payroll industry, what people will do is they'll say, I've got to deal with the complexity just by paying you an extra $5 an hour. Don't worry about all this crap. If I just pay an extra $5 an hour, it'll cover it.
Yeah.
I'll just pay a bit of overtime on weekends, that's it. They don't.
But it doesn't work that way.
So what you tell me, what would happen in the NDIS industry if that people took that practice?
Oh, mate, we wouldn't be able to keep the doors open.
You'd do your ass on it straight away.
Yeah.
Because people are talking about a 2% margin, right? So there's no room for error.
Yeah, there is. That is absolutely.
So you think about it, like you go either you underpay, and then you've got fair work fines. They've actually criminalised that now in some cases. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can go to jail for underpaying your staff. So you could be in jail next to murderers and
just for underpaying. But like it has to be really like a proper. Imagine that.
No, it's got to be intentional.
It's got to be proper.
I'm being dramatic. It's got to be intentional. But the powers are there to do that, right? So they can fine you, and the fines are hefty. The fines are business-ending fines.
Yeah.
Plus, you pay back the liability that you missed out on.
Yeah.
Which you don't know about. No one budgets for an underpayment, right? It's a surprise.
Yeah.
You owe hundreds of thousands of dollars because you've been underpaying this for 10 years. Or 7 years. So it's risky to underpay, and then it's risky then to overpay because you're eating into a very narrow margin as it is.
Sounds right. It's almost like it almost discourages you from like wanting to even jump into business.
I think people jump into it without knowing this stuff. Like this is the stuff you learn after you've done it. After you've taken the jump. But
that is true, right? Because like you have a group. You either jump in this. Like there are people that jump into this. They have like real genuine stories and they have genuine whys and they want to do the best thing and they have every great intention. And then they just don't. But the lack of knowledge around how the Shads Award works, how they should be paying, the correct articulation or a correct understanding of laws and legislation, and how we should be paying or when we should be paying and stuff like that. And that's just really overwhelming for the average.
Unfortunately, it is.
For the average person.
And it's so they do rely on the software stack that they pick to get that right.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
No one starts an NDIS business, I'm sure, because the love of the Shads Award. So
it's like I wouldn't even be thinking about the Shads Award. I'll be thinking, this is what I can do. This is my skill set. This is who I want to help.
Yeah. So you're in an industry where you can't overpay because there's no room to move, and you can't underpay because you're at risk.
Yeah.
You go to jail. In a cell.
Yeah.
What are you in for?
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe it.
I should have paid him active overnight, but I paid him sleepover.
Unfortunately. Could you imagine? In G-pop.
Honestly. Wow.
So they got no room to move. So they have to get the award right. And I think that's what's been successful for us in a way, is that you can't get around it. Even as complex as it is, we need to embrace that complexity as a business because this is the most profitable outcome for our business is to pay the exact award rate. You know, so sometimes out there I see people will pay a higher sleepover allowance. That's about it in terms of like paying overs. It's pretty rare that I see people pay overs. You know, and I think that's more to do with I can't get anyone to work a sleepover shift. So
it sounds very difficult because like a lot of support workers, they will cross between different categories, right? They might do like in the morning, they might start off doing like a crisis, like accommodation.
Yeah.
And then they'll be doing community participation.
Yeah, that's right.
And at the end of the day, they might be doing a shift with, I don't know, like some kind of manual handling or continent support or something like that, you know, where they need to do like manual transfers and stuff like that. And what I'm hearing is like, and obviously all of those things, we know like they're different awards for different, like, but having to accurately pay all of them. Yeah. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going down to Woolies, I know I'm getting $37 an hour and then that's it. Yeah,
you're right. What you described is 100% right. And like, it's like an award within an award, right? Like, crisis accommodation has its own set of rules.
So, like, each shift has to have its own invoice. Yeah. Almost.
Yeah.
With its own different rate.
That's right. And
that's a beast. That's overwhelming.
It's huge. and we'll talk about it later, but what we've learned is a lot of the pressure to get that right is at the stage of rostering. Because you think about it, if I'm waiting to payday, those shifts have already been worked. I can't do anything about it. So if I've sent someone an overtime accidentally, or I've paid a broken shift allowance accidentally, or these kind of, you know, I haven't given you enough hours, so I've got to top you up with the minimum shift requirements. Yeah, that's costing me money. I'm not passing that on through NDIS billing either. Yeah. So I'm just eating that margin. So we're relying on the poor old roster managers having to become quasi Shads Award experts to get your business profitable. Oh, jeez. You know what I mean? And it's
feel for our rostering managers.
Oh, I do, big time.
They're the front line.
And the pay lady then takes all those timesheets and sticks them in a spreadsheet and works everything out, puts it in zero.
Yeah. They, I know.
It's like being a Knights fan.
Rostering cop it all. You get paid late, you get underpaid.
You haven't given me enough shifts.
You haven't given me enough shifts. Yep. Yeah, wow. That's insane.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, you ready for the next one?
No.
All right, so we are
giving a long answer.
All right, so we are going to our next source, which is called the Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
All right, and so Sucker Punch. Now, man, this is a big jump because the last one we did was 104,000 Scoville. All right. Sucker Punch is 690,000 Scoville.
Right. Okay.
All right. But I got to warn you.
So this will take care of what remains of my digestive tract.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because this one won't hit you. All right. This one won't hit you straight away.
Yeah.
It hits you on your drive back home.
Does it?
And when you get home. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a long drive.
Yeah. You look like you're a fast driver. Like you.
I'm not. No.
No, you're not. Just.
London raised no pussy. So let's go. You know what I mean? Let's do it.
All right. Awesome. All right. Here we go. Which wing would you like?
This one. Let's burn this sucker.
Yeah. Look at that. You know what's so funny? So I was talking to my mate who's from America, and he's watched a few of our podcasts, and he said to me, bro, he's like, you know you're not supposed to drench it like that. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, no, you just do a dab.
A dab?
And I'm like, that's not fun.
I was actually, in the interest of fairness, I was seeing how much you're putting on yours compared to mine, but for the viewing audience, it's pretty one-to-one.
Yeah.
He's not trying to burn me alive.
My digestive tract is already gone. It's gone. I'm going to need a gosh, I shouldn't joke about this.
Lucky the camera's not there.
Yeah, I shouldn't joke about this. My wife will kill me if I choose it, but I'll probably in the future need a stomach bag later. Cheers, mate. Here we go.
Here we go.
It's got some sweetness. It's not bad. Oh, I hate these sauces. How you doing? Third question. This is a creeper. You'll message me when you get home and be like, bro, what the fuck?
That was a level up. Why was that invented?
Stupid people.
Why did somebody eat one of them and go, nah, 10x please. Whose idea was, oh shit. Oh, hang on.
All right, at what point, we spoke about PayCat, and how you started PayCat, but at what point did you see the gap and think, I can build something better, we need to build something better?
2022.
Yeah.
Those award changes.
Yeah.
That's around the point where we decided.
Oh shit. That is hot.
Yeah.
People think, let's just think that we're just pulling their legs.
They kick my ass. Mm. 2022 is my exit. No elaboration. Oh. A spring morning.
You can't even talk.
Yeah, so those changes they come up with add a lot of complexity for people in an already complex environment.
Yeah.
Which
You can probably suck on one of these. I'm sure they'll help.
so we took the plunge and went, we're going to maintain our own template.
You're crying.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
I'm that proud of 2022. That proud of that winter.
Right.
Fuck, what's that?
Be careful. You don't wipe your chili on your eyes.
I know, I nearly did.
No, that's called that's a sucker punch.
Yep.
So in 2022, I love what you said about you can build a wide hole that's shallow.
Yep.
Or you can build a narrow hole that's deep.
Yep.
So that was in 2022.
It's a small company lesson, right?
Yeah.
I remember when I was at uni,
Yeah.
they used to do one subject on marketing for some reason.
Yeah.
And it was early 2000s. It was around the time like Apple still hadn't gone mainstream with their iPhone or iPod just yet. And someone did an assignment, group assignment, on niche marketing. And they did it on can you remember those Macs that were like, had that colourful dome?
Yeah.
They looked really cool. They didn't even stand up to this day, they look pretty cool. And they were just used by like industrial designers and graphic designers.
Yeah.
Tech drawers and that sort of stuff. And they just had software compatible with that industry, which was a cool industry. It was like the creatives, you know? And they said that's how, in the dominance of Microsoft, that's how Apple survived in that marketplace in that time. They niche marketed. It was Steve Jobs was so good at that. And always stuck with me as a, you know, that narrow, deep hole idea.
Yeah.
To be good at one thing and expand on it.
Wow. Wow.
Some arsehole decided that's my...
You heard that? There's ambulances there, boy. You hear them?
Imagine what I decided to sell tomorrow's shit payroll.
Yeah.
That's effectively what they've done as their niche. They've gone, I'm going to make shit hot sauce.
Yeah.
Like shit hot sauce.
Yeah.
Call it shit hot sauce on the label. What's it called? Sucker punch?
Sucker punch.
Yeah. So deliberately tell people this sucks.
People want to buy it.
And people will buy it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So niche marketing.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and it's cause so going back to what you said, because I think you said what was that, like 10 to 1 people were looking at the Shads Award.
Yeah. So the data told us, right?
So the data said that it was there for you, and then that was the opportunity.
Yeah. And this is a funny thing about the logo, the fat cat sitting on the iPad.
Yeah.
Now I've got 25,000 people a month with a website. I can't change it now.
Yeah.
People are starting to get, and the ebook's starting to get downloaded and shared around. And I'm like, can't really change it now. So I'm stuck.
So you've written a couple of ebooks?
A lot of ebooks. Yeah.
Wow.
One on each award.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How big are they?
Oh, they'd go for 10 pages, I suppose, each.
Okay.
But it was a labour of love. Like you and I could now write an ebook and a blog by the time this podcast is over using AI. But back then, I had to actually research it and write it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard. And that was COVID.
Yeah. I was say, I mean, we said this, I know I've kind of dropped a few bombs here and hints here, but I mean, you do not have the aesthetic, the aesthetics of someone who's in like compliance or payroll, or someone for that matter that's writing an ebook about award rates. I'd see like maybe someone who's like writing a book on how they won the UFC World Champions title belt, or
I always tell people I've achieved what I've achieved in life in spite of how
that's good. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. So I guess we might as well go to the next source and I'll get, because
do you reckon you have a longer question you can ask me?
Yeah. We're going to do this one. So this one, we're jumping up, bro. I'm scared. Now this one, I said I've had this one before.
Yeah.
And this one hit me after. But so I'm quite shocked that this has hit me straight away.
Yeah.
I'm worried about this one because this one always hits me after. Like this hits me, like I get home an hour, 3 hours later, and it'll hit me. I remember I kissed my wife after having this one, and her mouth was on fire as well. Like her lips were on fire. Yeah. It's like proper Botox on your lips. But our next source, I know. We were briefly having a chat off camera, and I didn't want to really go into it because I wanted to save it for, I guess, when we chat. But let me tell this. Oh, bro, I'm so scared. All right, we'll go light on this one because it's this one.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, tell me stop.
Are we good?
Yeah. I'm scared. All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
The other one was like bright red. This is brown, like shit brown.
Do you reckon that is more intimidating in a way? we're that hot, we've changed the chemistry of what chili looks like.
Let me tell you, all right, to the audience, this is, on a heat level, this is 11 out of 10.
Okay, great.
Oh, all right,
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here we go. I told you.
Nothing.
Yeah, this will hit you after, tomorrow. Tomorrow you go home, you're feeling it. You go to the bathroom, and you'll be like, whoa, hold on.
Wait a second.
This one has a different reaction.
Like at the back of your mouth a little bit.
Yeah, this one has a different reaction.
Yeah, that's interesting.
This one,
And that's hotter than that.
yeah, this one goes for your organs. This is the organ.
It slowly disintegrates.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Clean it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us, you're working on a new product at PayCat. I understand you've kind of geared up to this. It hasn't been launched yet, right?
Tim Beta.
Huh?
Tim Beta. So the time we're filming,
Yeah.
we're probably like 3 weeks away from launch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us about what is this that you're launching?
Yeah.
Back through it.
What we're launching, it's called PayCat Connect. We're shortening it to PCC, but what PayCat Connect does is it's going to give, we've built this amazing award engine already that allows people to just throw a timesheet at it, get a result. What we want to do, we want to give that to the roster managers in the industry. So as a tool, we're offering it through CRMs that we're partnering with to get, if you're rostering a timesheet in a CRM, that CRM will immediately be able to show you the cost of that shift from what the award outcome of that shift is going to be.
Yeah.
And not only the total, but also a breakdown of it. So if there's something in there that, excuse me.
No. Go for it.
If there's something in there that you might be able to flag, I mentioned before, this is a broken shift allowance. Let's give that shift to someone else so we can remove that. This shift is putting a Solomon in his 76th hour of the fortnight.
Oh, yeah.
Let's give that to Bill.
Oh.
Right? So it lets you start making real-time decisions that's going to improve the profitability of your business. Not just get payroll right, but improve the profitability of your business. The best part is you don't need to be a customer of PayCat to use it. You've just got to be a customer of these CRMs. So it's a rostering. We've aligned with the CRMs, with 2 market-leading CRMs so far, and there's more to follow this year. And we believe, so this time, if we're talking this time next year, we've probably got about 25% of the industry being calculated by PayCat.
Wow.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah. And what we're believing, what the hypothesis for this is, if people can make these real-time decisions, not only find out on payday, but if they can make these real-time decisions while they're rostering, you can improve the margin in your business. Because that
is so important. I mean, working for a business and then kind of knowing on the insides, like the insides of how the business operates. Payroll's always one of the payroll's the biggest expense, but it's always the afterthought.
Always, yeah.
And I'm always thinking like, surely, like, I wonder if we're overpaying.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I often think I see how big the overheads is, and not the overheads. I see how big the amount is that goes out every week.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I just wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder, but you almost like
people put blind trust in it, right?
Yeah, you put blind trust in it because you don't want to question it, right? Because you just think that's what it is.
Yeah. That's
what's earned. That's and it's almost like the elephant in the room. Like you don't know how to address it either.
No.
Yeah.
No. And like we said before, our poor roster managers have enough to contend with.
Yeah.
Without being payroll experts.
Yeah.
So the other thing with it is it requires just the most minimal amount of labeling. It's not, you don't have to go through each shift and say, this is night shift, this is afternoon shift, this is day work, this is overtime. We're doing that.
Right.
All you're doing is just saying, I want Solomon to work on this client at this time, or this participant at this time. And we're going to tell you what that outcome's going to be. And if you don't like that outcome, you can adjust it at the time you're rostering.
Wow.
And so we think there's going to be a marked reduction in overall wage costs for the same workforce.
Yeah. Is there a niche in the work? Is there a niche in the market, like in the NDIS sector, that this is going to benefit the most? Like people like SIL providers or maybe CP providers?
No. I think it's anybody under the award for us.
Yeah.
But it's certainly people that run overnight shift, like passive shifts, we call them. So that tends to be disability and those sectors. Sure, SIL providers fall in that category too.
Yeah.
But it's also people that, look, I can't pinpoint a particular sector where it's going to be more beneficial than other. Anybody that's under this award, and like our biggest client has 4,000 employees.
Wow.
Our smallest client has 1. They've both got that same
massive
giant
4,000
document.
employees.
Yeah. They've got that same giant document they've got to contend with.
Yeah. Yeah.
They both those employers have the same document they've got to contend with, right? So, like, it's as complicated for both of them.
Yeah.
So, I think those sectors affect billing more than they do payroll. Payroll cares about what sector they're in. Yeah. But the definitions of a sector in payroll are different to NDIS. So we don't have a set of rules for SIL.
Yeah.
You know, they would fall under an umbrella term.
Yeah.
So the answer is, I think it has a wide applicability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This sounds amazing.
I can't wait.
Yeah, this sounds amazing. So, is it like how do people sign up? How can they get in touch with you? Is it like a subscription based kind of platform, or like how does it work?
Yeah. So we're letting the CRMs that have applied for this service set their own pricing. So if you want to use PayCat Connect, you can get in touch with us and we can tell you what CRM platforms are using it. Yeah. And there's more CRM platforms coming on board all the time.
Yep.
I'm going to put a little edit in this.
Yeah, no, go for it. Yeah. We can edit whatever. Yeah.
So just take this out.
Yeah.
We've got 2 announced.
Yeah.
Shift Care and Visual Care.
Yeah.
Shift Care at the moment don't want to announce until they go live, but they go live mid-April.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So this is coming out after mid-April.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Happy with that?
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
So I might email you and say, hey, don't announce it yet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
So the first partner that come on board is Visual Care.
Yep.
And they're working in beta with us at the moment, and they've got a series of roadshow events that they're going to put on once PayCat Connect's been released in the capital cities.
Yep.
And their top tier clients are showing a real lot of interest in it already, but they want to roll it out to the entire client base. And the other one's Shift Care. So Shift Care,
the big services.
Big services. And Shift Care have a significant market share.
Yeah.
As it is.
Yeah.
So that's where, for us, we're going to be the award engine for a big chunk of the industry.
Yeah.
In 6 to 12 months.
That's crazy.
We already are, but to be partnering with those platforms is huge responsibility.
Right.
But they're great to work with. They know the problem. They know the pain point.
Yeah.
They have people coming to them saying, okay, I love your features, but how do I do this Shads Award thing?
Yeah.
This gives them the answer. So it's beneficial for them, beneficial for the end user, beneficial for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'll probably cut this one out because I'm curious. I'll cut this one. But the do they have to be attached to, or do they have to sign up with either one of those providers to use this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not through us, just directly through them.
Directly through them. Okay.
Yeah.
Can they go directly through you guys as well? Okay.
Because we're providing the data to the CRM and the CRM servicing it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good. This is wow.
Yeah, incredible.
This is incredible. It's all. I can just imagine. I can just visualize the smiles on directors and business owners and shareholders, their faces, right, when they they see the profitability, when they see the black. Yeah. Right.
as a data nerd.
Yeah.
Even though I don't look like a data nerd, I am.
Yeah.
What I'm really keen on as well is for people to be able to look at a service and go, I'm billing out this much, I'm spending this much on wages, and I have a breakdown of it.
Yes.
And super.
Yeah.
And my true cost of running this service as a net profit to me, to the business, is this.
Yeah.
And they can see that.
Yeah.
Because for the first time ever, we've got all that data in one spot.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's going to be cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not, and I say this not talking about, this is probably outside the NDIS. Like, me and my wife will do our family budget and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it will bring it down. And my wife will be like, yeah, this is all it is. And I'm like, no, trust me, it's not like that. That's not true cost. Yeah. And then surely, like, lo and behold, exactly. At the end of the week, I'm like, see, I told you. Over.
Always over too.
Always over. I'm like, so, but what you're building is great, right? Because we got true cost.
Yeah.
And you can almost guarantee
wage cost.
You can almost guarantee like this, or not almost. What you're saying is that you can guarantee that whatever this final dollar is as true cost, like this is what it is. This is the breakdown, and this is what it is. You'll be able to see everything on one on one, like I guess across one board, and you can see exactly what's
one dashboard. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It's going to be unreal.
Yeah.
And like I said, that so much transparency in terms of showing the right people at the right time, and that's the key. You know, we've always been good at doing it on payday.
Yeah.
But payday's often 14 days after it actually took place.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you can get that right, control it, bring the cost down. That's where the money's going to be. And while these margins are tight, we're all hoping that we get a better price book increase in June. But while it's all tight,
do you reckon there'll be a price increase?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Poor buggers. I do. For your listeners, like, I feel for them. Like, 2% is tough. But 2% for me is how do I get my back office running as sharp as I can? And this is part of that. Yeah. You know, this is where, as much as you want to pull back on how much you're spending on tech sometimes in these environments, sometimes it's about spending money on the stuff that's going to save you money. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we don't want to reveal too much so that people who are listening and try and run off and do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. He's all right.
All right, you ready for the next one? We are down to the last one, my friend.
You know, I was thinking, have you seen Thelma and Louise, the movie?
Oh, wait. Yes, the unicorn.
Yeah. So the very last scene, iconic scene. Yeah. They're holding hands. Yeah. And they jump off a cliff together in the car. They just, you know what I'm talking about?
This is Thelma the unicorn?
No. Thelma and Louise, old.
Oh, okay. No, I thought it was the unicorn. Sorry, yeah. I was
they hold hands, right? There's two friends. They hold hands. They're going to commit suicide, jump off a cliff.
Oh my gosh.
This is us. We're about to hold hands. We're going to like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to.
I need to watch that. Yeah. I was like,
is it going to be a GIF you're going to put up?
Yeah. There was there's this movie that my kids watch. It's Thelma. And she's a unicorn.
Yeah, no, not
I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking, wait, no, she didn't commit herself. That's pretty dark.
Right at the end. Right at the end, they jump off a cliff in the car. So,
wow.
They just hold hands. Let's do this. Hold hands.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
This is us. I'm channeling it.
All right, so this one is tough. You know what happened? So Joseph's our videographer.
Yeah.
But Joseph, you know what happened? Yeah. So the sucker punch, usually when we do the bomb, the sucker punch is, the bomb is always usually the hottest.
Yes.
And then everything else is kind of hits us after.
Yeah.
Sucker punch was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Sucker punch.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Where is it in the middle?
Yes, this one. This one. Yeah. Right. I don't know why someone decided that it needs to exist. It's like the atom bomb. It needs to be invented.
All right, so this is the bomb.
The bomb.
Okay. Now we switched up the order because the bomb isn't our hottest sauce, but it does hit you straight away. So I put it as the last one. The last one, because everyone that takes this, like, it kills them. And I didn't also announce the Scoville, the one who did this one. And I told you this will hit you later. Yeah. Because this one, on a Scoville rating, this one was 2,693,000.
Rookie numbers.
Yeah, rookie numbers. So this will hit you. This will hit you later. And you know what? For a bloke from Newcastle,
yeah.
You know what I mean? The hottest thing you've probably had is hot honey.
A meat and veg guy.
Meat and veg. Yeah. Sweet chili sauce maybe is probably the hottest thing you've had.
Yeah.
Now,
and here we are.
In Sydney.
New Delhi.
Yeah. in the Getting smashed. So the bomb on a Scoville rating is close to 200,000, but it's the one that hits you straight away. Like, it sucks. Yeah. But what I'm hoping is what usually happens is sometimes your taste buds get so accustomed to the heat that anything hotter, it just kind of fizzles out. Your body
essentially, it's like a back burning of fire.
Yeah. I love the cold talk.
Okay.
Honestly, it's almost as if your body knows what's to come, so the fight or flight response kicks in, and your body's in. Let's do it. Nothing. Right. That was easy. That was good.
We're in the promised land.
Yeah. All right. Take the second one.
Yeah.
I told you.
That's weird.
Yeah. That was good.
So this just primes you for...
It's the Waymaker. I want to change the name of the sauce. I'm going to call it the Waymaker. There's a song that we used to sing at church. Waymaker, miracle worker.
There it is.
And this one, it paves the way of your taste buds, so that, and I told you, your body just kicked into gear. It's that flight and fight response. This is actually freaking hot.
I'm starting to get it now.
And my last question is, be real with us, all right? You seem like that kind of guy. You're a top real guy. With that, oh man, be honest with us. Is that kicking in? Yeah, it's kicking in now. Where do you see, over the next couple of years, or the next couple of months, where do you see Shads Awards going? Where do you see the NDIS going?
I know they're doing it, looking at sleepover shifts at the moment. There was a case called the Jats Joint case.
Yeah.
And it's not force of law yet, but I challenge the idea that a sleepover is one continuous shift if you work either side of it.
I've always felt that, to be honest.
And so the implication of it is, do those shifts either side of it then become night shift because they're continuous? Or is one afternoon and one day shift? So that's going to be something we're going to learn more about pretty soon.
So you think that's coming soon?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. Because at the moment we pay a flat fee for sleepover, right? I forget, correct me if I'm wrong, I probably don't even know. But they'll do their hours and then at sleepover there's a flat fee. It's kicking in.
I talked it up too early.
Yeah, it's kicking in. So they do whatever hours and then it's a flat fee for shift. But what you're saying is, what you're perceiving that will happen is them splitting it up. And
well, no, not as such. What we're talking about is, you know how in a sleepover you got to work shift before and after the sleepover, and at least one of them have to be 4 hours. So, because they treat all that as one shift, it means that you got to test the end time of the shift, which is early morning, usually 8 a.m. or something. So that whole passage of work becomes night shift.
yeah,
That's how it's always worked. This case challenges that idea and says, is it one continuous shift or is it 2 shifts with a break? And if it's 2 shifts with a break, we assess the end time of each of those components. So this might become day work because it's 8 a.m.
yeah.
and this might become afternoon shift.
What do you think is the best way forward?
I think they've got to, for employers, it's going to be cheaper to do this new Jats Joint method. But I know in the industry, employers already struggle to get people to staff sleepover shifts.
Yeah.
So I think making it a worse deal for the employee won't lead to good outcomes. But hopefully, because the price book's based on the Shads Award, the more clarity the Shads Award, loosely, the more clarity the Shads Award has, the better the margin's going to be maintained in the price book, we hope.
Yeah.
So it's always good to get clarification on this stuff.
Yeah.
Dare I say,
Yeah.
that they never ever simplify the Shads Award.
Yeah.
That'd be a disaster for me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What would simplifying it look like?
Well,
I'm curious.
probably rewriting it, giving worked examples, just things like that. So
Would it just be like making it one flat like a
yeah, a bit of that.
Like
I think that most penalties are quite reasonable, but there are just some parts of it where they just haven't thought about it. Like there's a 4-week or 5-week annual leave clause, without geeking out too much for your audience.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you do shift work,
Yeah.
if you work weekends or you do 24-hour care shifts, you've got to count if in the past year you've had, I think it's like 10 weekend shifts. That's what the rules for. So in the past preceding 12 months, have you had 10 weekend shifts of at least 4 hours in duration to qualify? So someone probably wrote
Even
that.
if you're casual?
Nah,
Oh.
part-time or full-time.
Okay.
So whoever wrote that rule's going on, that sounds good to me. Like that sounds like
Yeah.
a shift worker to me. Like I've got to do this weekend work. But what it means is, for the payroll clerk,
Yeah.
at the end of every payday,
Yeah.
you've got to do this 12-month check on all your full-timers and go,
Yeah,
how
that's
many
crazy.
weekends did they work? Were they over 4 hours each?
Yeah.
And were they not overtime? They've
Yeah.
got to be hours worked,
Yeah.
ordinary hours. The practice of putting that into place is absurd.
Yeah, because you'd have to go through raw data, you have to manually do that, and it'll be a nightmare,
Correct.
if you have over 100 employees, or even over 20 employees.
Can you imagine having 4,000 and having to do it?
Yeah.
So it's not sustainable. So
Yeah, it's not.
PayCat's built a tool to handle that, but it's just little things like that
Yeah.
that they just need to not just test it for the industry, but test it for, does this make sense for an administrative standpoint? If legislators started asking themselves, how does a small business realistically put this in place?
Yeah.
Or how does a software provider actually provide support for this?
Yeah.
And if you can't, take it out. Because they're not written, they're written for fairness, and I get that, but they're not written for practical application sometimes.
Yeah.
That's probably the nicest way I can say it. So will I see that change? I don't think so. When you have me on next, will it change dramatically? I don't think so. It hasn't changed much this award hasn't changed much really in 15 years. but I can't see it simplifying. They always promise it.
Yeah.
But
well, let's pray it never simplifies.
never simplify. Guys, I don't want to simplify it.
Yeah, don't simplify it. Keep it busy. Keep it complex. Keep it messy.
They'll be sending me hate mail in your comments saying that.
Yeah, no, because if you keep it messy, then you got guys like Garth who can
What
just.
am I gonna do?
Yeah. What's he gonna do? He's got, you know. So he can. This is what you specialize in.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Garth, it was lovely to have you on, man.
I love being here, mate. It was awesome.
Honestly, it was great learning about how you started. It was great learning about how the logo was found. You know, I don't think a lot of people. I don't know if anyone knows that. I didn't know that. I mean, I guess
3-year-old picked it and I got stuck with it.
Yeah. And to be honest, in all fairness, it is a really cool logo. I think it's, you know, when you just like, some logos are just real. What is it? I don't know. Is white collar the word? I've got a hot sauce brain at the moment. Yeah. Yours isn't. Yeah. Yours isn't conservative. Yeah. It's just it feels very modern. Yeah. It feels very cool, and I just love the name PayCat as well. That's cool.
When
are you a cat person?
No. It just came from category, short in category. I've got 2 cats and they hate me. When because we're at the end and we're starting to get. I'll tell you a story. When I was talking to someone in the industry when I've come up with the name PayCat, they said, "What do you call your business again? Did you guys read PayCat?" Yeah. He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." He said, "It sounds like a strip club."
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Come to PayCat.
Yeah.
Drinks.
Come down to Newcastle. Come down to PayCat.
Come to PayCat. So, yeah.
$10 steaks on Tuesday.
Yep. We provide free phone support for our clients, which most.
Oh wait, this is serious.
We provide. No, we do. We're not talking about strip clubs. We provide free phone support for our clients, and it's like
that's cool.
We come up with one of these phone systems that work on the cloud. You know, like I don't know if you use these now, but like AirCall it's called, and you can come up with your own hold music. And so this is over COVID too. So it gives a big library of hold music, and we went through like just for a lark because we had no customers. We went through and like. Let's find the most pornographic sounding 70s porn music we can add to this. It's like real bassy, like waka waka, you know. And it's still there. I mean, hundreds of people ring it up every day. Oh, waka waka. Like, you got to listen to this stuff for 5 minutes.
Welcome to PayCat.
Yeah,
holistic service.
Yeah, PayCat exotic dancers. Yeah.
Waka waka.
Yeah, we have fun. Like I said, we our branding, our marketing, our people. We're real world people, very authentic. You'll see if you follow us on socials, all our staff, they talk very authentically about working there. And
can we give anyone a shout out? Anyone in your team a shout out?
Well, I do have a shout out, and that's to Sarah who set this up.
Yeah, awesome.
And Sarah started working for me in January, and I said to her, "You're still in probation. You've sent me to eat hot sauce on a podcast." So Sarah, we're going to be talking about this come Monday.
Yeah.
But no, they're great. Heather and Sarah, they get our brand.
Yeah,
really well. My business partner Martin and Chris, one of my foundation employees. Yeah, both integral parts of the business, and they all are. Like I've got teams of brothers that work there. I've got sisters, and people bring their friends in, and it really is a nice laid back environment. But we get on the stage of 40 staff, and I've just put on a HR manager, and we're getting to a stage where we're getting to that level of formality now. We're getting a bit bigger, but we're trying to keep that soul. Yeah, as part of running the lemon tree soul.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's also tied back into what we spoke about just kind of growing up in Newcastle. Yeah, like if you know, if you're from that area, you know.
In places like Newcastle and where we are here, and if you come off disingenuous, people sniff that out straight away. Yeah. And so like people are real. People call a spade in Newcastle. Culturally. Yeah, it's just working class. I don't know. That's the culture. I think that's the same culture around here. So, people, even our sales team, we pick salespeople that are easy to talk to, unpolished. No, I shouldn't say unpolished, but like they're authentic people. They're not getting pressure sold. They're not, we're taking you to the solution. We're showing you how it works. We're not going to call you every 3 days and ask you to sign up. Because that in the NDIS industry, they're real people running these businesses. They're not, they're mum and dads. Yeah. We've got a lovely little culture, I think. Yeah. And people don't have to put on an act to come to work.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, man, I think it was awesome to get to know, I guess, the man behind PayCat, the CEO, and just to learn about, I guess, they all say it starts from the top, right? And PayCat is almost an extension of yourself as a person, who you are, and
definitely
sounds like a great place to work.
Yeah, it's fun.
I've had the privilege of meeting Sarah.
Yeah,
and she's absolutely fun.
Yeah,
and I could just imagine what the rest of your team looks and feels like. So, man, it was lovely having you. I hope you have a safe drive back home. I hope the sauces won't do too much damages to your intestines.
Yeah,
but yeah, thank you so much, guys.
That's my pleasure. I appreciate
it. Let's go jump off the next tower.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.